Okay, so let's just get right into it. Basically, today we're going to design an app that builds blueprints without code. So this is to create production-ready app architectures through guided questions, and this is for founders, designers, and entrepreneurs. What I was thinking is that a lot of designers and creative people don't really code. It's very rare that you have a full stack developer unless they've studied both IT and design. So they normally do one or the other. And I wanted to create a tool that helps designers structure some of their prompts so that they get the optimal result at the end by asking the right questions. That way it stops constant iteration. It moves more in the direction of one-shot prompting. Obviously, that's perfect to have a one-shot prompt, but it's just as close as you can get because it has everything laid out in a question format. And it forces you to think about everything that you might need within software development or web app development. So this is the page here. So I want to take you to the main page and start building. So this is the dashboard, and basically it takes you through what is your big idea and what is your product description. And this is where you can straight away come up with a name. So I used to have staff that never used to finish their tasks. So in order to manage their tasks, let's just say I create an app just to assist them so that they know what their responsibilities are, and then they can sort of work through it throughout the day. So I'm just going to type that in, an app to manage staff daily tasks and workflows. Something simple like that. Obviously, you can do something more complex, but I'm just, for the sake of this demo, just keeping it quite simple. So to start off with, we'll go through the color presets. So I have matched sort of color palettes to make it quite easy. And since my staff are, male and female, so I'll sort of pick something like that to appeal to both male and female. And I picked some of the more popular fonts, and let's go for Montserrat because it's quite elegant font. And that shows you what the main task manager is going to look like, and then the secondary colors to go with. And it's quite easy to navigate because you just hit next and it just takes you to the next page, and then you can see everything on here on the dashboard. So here we choose the app features. So I sort of want them to log in so that they know that their section is private, it's only for them. They can either log in via email and password or social media, which is like Google. A lot of people log in via Google. Now, depending on what you're creating, this is the content management system setup. It can be either blog writing, like posts and things like that, or static pages about contact us terms pages like website. File storage. So for instance, maybe you're a marketing manager and you have a team that are taking photos and building up an asset library. So that's the file storage section. And then the rich text editor is obviously a lot of content, files, and documents. Basically, we're not going to use any of that because this is mainly for going through the system of their tasks. But I will put text editor just in case there's some documents I want to send them that need to be processed or something like that. Then e-commerce. This is not an e-commerce platform, but if you were to create an e-commerce platform, we can include processing payment, product catalog, which is obviously for retail, shopping cart if you want to use the app to take payments and have a shopping cart, and then order management, which is inventory management, and customer management. For the sake of this app, we'll just skip through past this, and that's the beauty of this prompt builder, is that whatever you skip out, it'll just leave out. Communication, so push notifications is probably something I would want on this app, because perhaps you want them to be nudged into the tasks. Maybe they're busy during the day and the push notification will ding ding, and get them to see to whatever still needs to be worked on. You could do real-time chat. Perhaps both users want to work out their staff shifts, and maybe one can't work and they want to chat to somebody. I prefer them chatting on this work app compared to WhatsApp, because with WhatsApp they can get distracted very easily, whereas this is very work focused. They're just chatting to each other to sort out work times. There's discussion forums and comment systems and things like that, but distracting. It's just for management purposes only. Business tools, so this is if you have an e-commerce store, you can add in analytics for your dashboard. If you have like a salon or something like that, you can add an appointment booking. There's customer management. Maybe you have a little small business and you want all your customers on the app, as well as invoicing. So those are quite handy tools to have in the app creation. And the AI automation. So perhaps you want an AI chatbot into your app because you have tasks that, say for instance, on a Saturday, Sunday you're not working, but you have staff on a Saturday that work, and you don't want them calling you all the time, but you have a knowledge base attached to a chatbot, and you can get them to ask the chatbot for the information because it has everything in there. That way they're not constantly troubling you on your day off, and they have some support there. So here's some quick start templates, and you can even add in a new data model, and that's what I mean by you can add in your knowledge base. If you wanting to have a chatbot there, you can add that in. And then this is the fun page. This page here has all the connections, the integration. So if you're e-commerce, you can add in Stripe, PayPal, Square, Razorpay to be able to handle payments. Authentication, so let's just put in one authentication of Superbase because I'm using Lovable. I usually have Superbase as an authentication system there. Email and communication. So I would advise having something in there, maybe Twilio if you want to send an SMS. Maybe they want to get in contact with me and it's a weekend. They can use the app to send a text message and I can be contacted. Analytics and tracking. So this is mainly also for if you have an e-commerce store. Google Analytics is very helpful in understanding your customer behavior, or even Hotjar for websites. And then database and storage, I'll be using Superbase because it's for Lovable. And then AI and automation, so I'll be using OpenAI as a knowledge base or for the chatbot, but you can use any of these, or you can even use Anthropic if you're wanting it to be a bit more sophisticated. That's fine. If you do have automations within the app, that's fine. You can even click that as well. And then once you get to the last page, you can then able to generate a prompt. And it gives you a brief summary as well, just in case you want to go back and, oh yeah, I want to change that font to something else, whatever the case may be. And then it generates the prompt for you. And there's your beautiful prompt. Like that. You can see it all laid out in JSON format. And it saves you a lot of time as well because it just instantly does it for you. And then you can go straight into Lovable and paste that in.